All right, so let's get started on our backs and have a block nearby. So we're going to start off, as we do quite frequently, knees bent and feet flat on the floor. And you can let your hands rest on your belly. And allow your body to land right here in this moment. I'm muting you all, but feel free if you have any questions or comments as we're going through, unmute, or you can pop it in the chat tab. As you breathe in, invite that breath to fill up the belly. And then hold the breath for a count of 4 if that feels comfortable. And then release the breath for a count. And continue with this rhythm. Breathing in for a count of 4, the belly expands. You hold. And then release. And maybe just notice if there's any energetic difference between the inhale and the exhale. So you may feel the physical effect, the belly rising and falling. But along with that, you may also feel a sense of heat and stimulation as you breathe in. Maybe a little bit of cooling, a little letting go as you breathe out. Now, when you're ready, we're going to add a flowing bridge pose. So making sure that the knees are aligned with the hips and the feet have the outsides parallel with the outsides of the mat. As you breathe in, press into the feet, let the hips rise. And then as you breathe out, let the hips lower. And continue this in rhythm with your breath, maybe adding the arms. And integrating that count of 4. And now see if you can turn control over from the body to the breath in terms of setting the pace. So when you feel the inhale starting, then the hips lift. And just notice how it feels to shift the control from perhaps your mind, your ego, to the breath. We'll call it the breath boss. And then again, we're doing a flow today, and the breath is a great tool to just check in and notice if you need to adjust your pace. Next time the hips are lifted, just pause here. Arms stretch overhead. Just a nice full deep breath, stretching the front of the body. We've spoken before about how the front of the body can get congested from all of the flexing of the hips as we sit, the forward folding as we bend over to pick things up. So allow the breath in this pose to undo the congestion in the front of the body. And now release the hands to the sides, but keep the hips up. Shift the weight to the left foot and lower the hips down. Press into the left foot, lift the hips up. We'll just do this 2 more times. So we're going to be doing a bit of one-legged movements today, balance. And I mentioned before the recording, it might be handy to have a chair at the end of your mat. Now, when you're ready, just switch to the right side. So you're just shifting the weight to the right side. You still have your left foot on the floor just in case you need a little propping from it. And this can be an interesting exploration to notice if there's a difference in the strength of one side or the other. And then after you've completed the right sides, just pause here. Let's draw the knees in and make some circles. Nice little massage for the lower back. Relax the neck and the jaw. And then reverse direction. And then pause and circle the knees away from each other. We'll be doing some hippie stuff today. Hips, direct connection to the lower back. And again, even though it's the end of May, still a little chilly, so sometimes we need to take a little more time warming up the joints. And let's reverse the direction of those circles. And then you pause, extend both legs up towards the ceiling, extend the arms, and let's circle wrists and ankles. So we're going to be asking a bit from our wrists and ankles this morning. So let's make sure they're hydrated and warmed up. Reverse the direction. Pause here, bend the knees, keeping the shins 90 degrees from the hips, 90 degrees from the thighs, sorry. And then draw the right knee in towards you and then extend it out. Draw the left knee and extend it out. You can add opposite elbow as you lift up. These are sort of traditional crunches. We'll be doing some of this standing. So nice and slow. Drawing the belly button in towards the spine with this movement. And you could extend the opposite leg a little longer. That gives you a little bit longer of a lever. It might be a little bit more demanding on the lower back, so just check in with that. When you've done an equal amount on both sides, pause, release the arms out to the sides. Let's get the obliques warmed up. It can be helpful if you've got a block nearby to place the block in between the thighs. Think about spinning the thighs inward, and there's that imaginary drawstring we've referenced a few times that connects the hip points. That's the transverse abdominal muscles. As we do this inward spiraling of the thighs, that activates. On your exhale, lower the knees towards the left. Now, if they don't come all the way down, you could have your other block there to catch them. And then use the bottom knee, press it up into the block, and you're looking for an engagement along the left side of the body. And then you flow to the right. You're pressing the bottom leg into the block. As the knees lower down, keep the top knee aligned with the bottom. There's going to be a tendency for that knee to be pulled back. And this action is coming from the hip. So you want to keep the hips stacked. And you can always press into your hands, get a little assist from the upper body here. And when you've done an equal amount on both sides, just pause. Extend the legs straight up to the ceiling. Hands come behind the head again. Inhale up just about an inch. So this is home base. Squeeze the block. Lift again, squeeze the block. Lift again, squeeze the block. And lower down to home base. Repeat that 2 more times. You lift, squeeze, lower to home base. Lift, squeeze, lower all the way down. Remove the block, lower the feet to the floor. Heel toe your feet out to the edge of the mat and the arms are extended into a T if that works with your shoulders. Windshield wiper the legs. So again, we were doing some flexion there with the hips, so let's rinse them out. Now back to the center. You're just gonna rock on up. And let's come to table. So I'm gonna start the music just at a very low volume right now. I just want to check in. Can everyone hear me over the music? Just give me a little thumbs up. Okay, great, or a head shake. All right. Now, from table pose, a few cat and cows. And if you're on a hardwood floor, extra padding, helpful having a towel. And so I mentioned this is going to be a little bit flowy. Up under, maybe begin to make some circles. So warming up the spine, keeping in mind that the neck is part of the spine. Reverse direction. And keep flowing also. Jaw. Then you come to your teeth. Put your blocks to the front of your mat. Then the left leg back and just press out. A nice stretch for the calf. And then you extend the right arm forward. Palm faces towards the midline. Option float the back leg up. Level off the hips. Maybe even take your hand on the lower back, since you don't have a meter probably nearby. Make sure that they're level. Imagine you have a block in between your upper thighs. If you're engaging that transverse abdominal. And then bring elbow knee towards each other. And then extend it back. So hug in. Extend out and try to resist momentum. Imagine you're doing this in water. Keep your arm leg extended. Lower the right leg, the right hand down. Take the left leg over the left. Over the right. Back to your table. Left leg stays lifted. Lower it down.
Charlotte, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No.
Is the music too loud or am I too soft?
Both.
Okay.
You're breaking up.
You know what? I wonder if this isn't. I might have to figure out this music another.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Is this so? I'm still breaking up?
No.
All right. This is better?
Yeah.
All right, let me know if it goes the other way. Okay.
Charlotte, maybe it's just the music, but there's a sort of a clicking sound.
That's the music. The music's
okay.
Yeah. All right. So the left leg is extended. Is my volume still okay? A little nod? Okay, great. All right. Press into the palms so that you feel, as you press into the palms, feel the shoulders engage, the upper back engage. Press into the left foot. Option to hover the right knee and sort of round the spine. We call this a hanging plank. And then pull the knee. So you could do this with that left knee on the ground. Now extend the right leg back. You're in a plank. Press back, downward dog. Here you just pedal out the legs. Let the head sway. Just use this as an ooey sort of. Again, I like to think of a puppy dog or a baby waking up. Approach with that kind of attitude. And then lower down into your table. Lift the hands upside down. Stretch the wrists. If you can stretch the thumb and the pinky all the way to the floor. And then do the other side. Come back here. Bend the right leg back. Press. Pause. Extend the left arm. Opposite move the right. Pause in. Now notice this might create some wobble. That's a great opportunity to stabilize the muscle. After you've done 3, pause. Lower the left hand, take the right leg over to the left. Look over the left shoulder. Back to center. Lower the right foot to the floor. Leg is straight unless you want the support from the knee. Press into the hand. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. And maybe you float that left knee up around the spine a little bit, close to the knee. Extend into your plank. Press back downward. Back to your table. Hands on the blocks. Maybe the highest height. Starting off on the highest height. Take your right foot forward for a knee down lunge. And then flow with your breath. You might find it's helpful to walk the blocks so that you can keep your spine long. Might find that if you have them halfway, you don't have to move. Just notice what's going on in your body. Next time the knees bend, pause here. Maybe you curl the back toes and lift the back leg up. Knee could be up or down. 3 times, and then we'll pause. Left hand to the inside of the right leg, and then inhale, twist. Keep pressing through that back leg, especially if the knee is lifted, and then lower. Lower the back knee. Take the front knee back to meet it. In your rhythmic vinyasa. And pause, curl the toes under. Maybe you lift the back leg. And then lift up. 3 times. Pause. Take the the back knee. Take the front back knee. Anahata Asana. Come to it. Imagine you're rolling and rolling with your nose, coming to your stick pose. And think about lifting up the front of the body. Slide the shoulder blades down the back of the body. So you can stretch across the collarbones. Opening in the front of the hips. Option come into a forearm plank. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to Shalabha. Forehead to the mat, arms to the side, legs knees together like one long. Press into the front of the hips, float the legs up. Keep extending them away from you because it's very nice in the lower back. Maybe with the head and chest. Maybe the arms. Release that. You're ready. Use your pillow. Use your hand for a pillow. And we feel like that. Release that. And shoulders. Press up the table. Down dog. Bend and slowly begin to walk the feet up towards the hand. Hands come to the hips and inhale, we rise. Just pause at the front of your mat, opening out the front of the hips, sliding the shoulders down the back of the body. And we'll get ready to flow. Let's see what's going on with the music. All right, can you guys hear the music at all? No?
It's better without the music because your voice gets drowned out, for me anyway.
Okay, so you know what I'll do is I can attach the playlist so you could play the music on your own. I'll see if I can figure out how to do that. Okay. All right, so at the front of your mat, on your inhale, reach the arms up. On the exhale, sit into your chair. And then just a little pulsation. You rise and you sit. 2 more times. And then you'll stay in your chair. Shift the weight into the right foot. Just come onto the heel of the left. Lower the hands and switch. Right heel lifts. Stay with that or lift the leg. So finding somewhere to focus your gaze can be helpful for balance. And then we're just going to pause on the next one. Hold here. Step it down. Other side. And step it down. Inhale, reach up, stretch, gentle back bend. Exhale, fold. Halfway, press into the hands, nice long spine. Next inhale, chair pose. Shift the weight into the right foot. Step the left foot back. So this is crescent lunge. We're on the ball of the back foot. It can be handy to have that chair to hang on to. It's gonna get wobbly. Arms up. On your exhale, straighten the knee, lower the arms. Inhale, bend the knee, lift up. 2 more times. Pause here. Option, dive forward, stretch the arms back, and then inhale, rise. 2 more times. Pause with the arms reaching back or wherever you are. Hands could come on that chair. Shift the weight to the front foot. Float the back leg up for warrior 3. Lower the hands to the blocks. Come into a standing split at the front of your mat. Lower the left leg to meet the right. Inhale, rise, gentle back bend, right into the other side. Exhale, fold halfway. Press into the legs, nice long spine. Inhale, chair pose. Shift the weight to the left foot. Step the right leg back. If you're steady, find your drishti. Maybe the hands are staying on that chair. Straighten the knee, lower the arms. Your arms are on the chair, just keep the arms on the chair, just focus on the lower body. Pause. Option to take the torso down to the inside of the left thigh and rise for 3 times. You'll pause on the 3rd one. Shift the weight to the front foot, float the back leg up. Hands come to the block. One-legged standing split. Lower the right leg to meet the left. Inhale, rise, gentle back bend. Exhale, fold. Press into the legs, nice long spine. Inhale, chair pose. Weight into the left foot, step the right leg back, crescent lunge again. Now this time, mindful of the knees, not all knees are gonna like this. Dipping the back knee just to the point that feels good and rise 3 times. And we'll meet up in our crescent lunge. Warrior 3. One-legged standing split. Bending the standing leg, tuck the right knee behind the left, and then straighten both legs. You might want to take a peek. It's been a long time since we've done this. Maybe some of you haven't done this. But again, just make up something if this doesn't work for your knees. After 3, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, halfway. Press into the legs. Nice long spine. Inhale, chair pose. Left leg steps back for your crescent lunge. Option to dip the knee 3 times. Let's meet up in crescent lunge. And again, hands can be on the chair or on a wall. Shift into your warrior three pose for a blip. One-legged standing split. And then bending the standing leg, tuck the back knee behind it, and then stretch out. So coil in, extend out. Just one more time. And extend. Lower the left leg to meet the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms to heart center. I'm just going to pause.